In our last class, we have discussed about the electric field. So today, we will start with the electric field. Michael Faraday introduced the concept of the electric field. Every charge in the universe creates an electric field in the surrounding space, whether it is a positive charge or negative charge. Each and every charge in the universe creates an electric field in the surrounding space. And if another charge is brought into its field, it will interact with the electric field at that point and will experience a force. In that force, it may be attractive or repulsive. It depends upon the charge. What called electric field? Electric field at the point P at a distance of r from the point charge Q is the force experienced by a unit positive charge is given by E vector is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon r q by r square r cap. We know very well here E vector represent to the electric field vector, where r cap represent to the direction vector. It is a vector quantity. The unit of electric field is Newton Coulomb inverse or volt meter power minus 1. Electric field due to a point charge. Let us consider a plus charge plus q which is located at the point of O. Let us consider then another testing charge q naught which is placed at a distance of r from the source charge plus q. Here in this picture we can able to see the two charges. One is called source charge plus q and another one is called testing charge q naught. They are separated by a small distance of r. It constitutes an electric dipole. What called electric dipole? Two charges separated by a small distance, it constitutes an electric dipole. Here there are two charges are there. Due to the force of repulsion, we may experience as a force according to the Coulomb's law. The force between the two charges is directly proportional to the product of the two charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distances between them. F is directly proportional to q naught divided by r square into r cap. If we cancel the value of directly proportional, we may add some constant k. Therefore, F vector is equal to k into q naught r square into r cap. Substitute the value of constant here. The value of k is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Therefore, Coulomb's force F vector is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught divided by r square into r cap. We are going to calculate the electric field. Electric field is nothing but the force divided by testing charge. We are familiar with the electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is nothing but the force experienced by a unit positive charge kept at that point, which means E vector is equal to F vector divided by q naught. Therefore, we know the value of k. The value of k is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught divided by r square r cap whole divided by q naught. Q naught get cancelled. We can get the remaining values. The value of E vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square into r cap. It is an expected 3-mark question. Determine value of electric field due to a point charge. Important aspects of the electric field. If the charge q is positive, if the source charge is positive, then the electric field points away from the source charge, whose lines of forces emanating from plus q. If the source charge is negative, the electric field points towards the source charge q. If the electric field at a point P is E vector, then the force experienced by a test charge q naught placed at the point of P is F vector is equal to q naught into E vector. This is the Coulomb's law in terms of electric field. The electric field is independent of the testing charge Q naught and depends only the source charge Q. Note the point. The electric field is independent of the testing charge Q naught. The electric field is mainly depends upon the source charge. At a distance increases, the electric field decreases in magnitude. We know Coulomb's law is inversely proportional to square of the distances between them. As the distances increases, the electric field decreases. Test charge is made sufficiently small, so such that it will not modify the electric field of the source charge. For continuous and finite charge distribution, integration techniques must be used. There are two kinds of electric field, namely uniform electric field and non-uniform electric field. What are the major differences between the uniform electric field and the non-uniform electric field? Uniform electric field will have the same direction and constant in magnitude at all points in the space. In the case of non-uniform electric field, will have different directions or even different magnitude or both at different points in space. This non-uniformity arises both in the direction and magnitude, with the direction being radially outward or radially inward, and the magnitude changes as distance increases. See the diagram. We can able to see uniform electric field and non-uniform electric field. In the case of uniform electric field, direction and the value of electric field is constant at everywhere. In the case of non-uniform electric field, the direction may be differ or they may have different magnitude at different points. Electric field due to the system of point charges. The total electric field at a point P is defined as the sum of the individual electric field at that point. The value of net electric field is equal to sum of the individual electric field E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector and so on. The value of net electric field is equal to, we are familiar with the electric field, let us consider E1. See the diagram carefully. Here, three charges are placed at the different points Q1, Q2, Q3 respectively. Let us consider a point P. The distances between the point P to Q1 is called R1P. The distance between P to Q2 is equal to R2P. The distance between Q3 and P is called R3P. The electric field arises due to the charge Q1 is represented to E vector 1P. Similarly, the electric field arises due to the charge Q is called E vector 2P. Similarly, the electric field produced due to the charge Q3 is called E vector 3P. Now we are going to determine the net electric field, which is equal to sum of the individual electric field. E vector total, which is equal to E1P plus E2P plus E3P. Substitute the known values here. The value of E1P is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 R1P squared R1P cap. Similarly, E vector 2P values is known as called 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 divided by R squared 2P R2P cap and so on. Take the common term 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We can get the remaining value. The net electric field is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 divided by R squared 1P R1P cap plus Q2 divided by R squared 2P R2P cap plus Q3 divided by R squared 3P into R3 cap and so on. If we consider we have n number of charges up to Qn divided by Rnp square Rnp cap. Therefore, we can summarize the step. The net electric field is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation of I is equal to 1 to n Qi divided by Rip squared Rip cap. We will see the remaining topics in our next class. The electric field due to the system of point charges is also an expected 3-mark question. We will see the remaining topics in our next class. Thank you, students. Thank you.